SpongeBob SquarePants is definitely a huge part of my childhood, as I spent hundreds or even thousands of hours watching various seasons and episodes. I even had a backpack with the main characters, which I used to take to a kindergarten. The classical era of SpongeBob is for sure the best part of the entire series, but I do want to split the first, second and third seasons, as each of them had its own atmosphere. Among the 3 seasons of the Golden Era, the first one is my favorite. It's not because of the nostalgia, but rather because it feels like an authentic SpongeBob. So let me explain. The entire vibe of the first season of SpongeBob is built around the fact that all actions take place underwater. In numerous episodes, we can feel this by taking different aspects of the show. For example, in the second episode, we see the draining of the entire ocean using the reef blower, reminding us that no one can live without water in Bikini Bottom. Another episode tells us a story about dangerous hooks that can turn you into a tuna can.
Happens when you don't float back down?
Gift shop?
Worse! You end up vacuum-packed in a can of tuna!
It sounds too simple to be an idea for the entire episode, but Steven Hillenburg and his team turned it into one of the greatest and most memorable episodes of the entire show.
I sense no danger here. How could they be dangerous? They're covered with free cheese! Go on, try it!
But Mr. Krabs said...
SpongeBob, let me ask you something. Does this look dangerous?
Oh, do you remember Rock Bottom? It was a perfect idea to describe the bottom of the ocean with its low temperatures and no sunlight.
But sir, we need to get back to Bikini Bottom.
Oh well. Where is this SpongeBob?
Rock Bottom provides an amazing atmosphere for such a place, so you want to escape it as fast as possible.
I don't like it here. It's dark and scary. I don't want to be here. I want to go home.
Only Steven Hillenburg could create such a place with his deep knowledge of marine biology. He perfectly combined all the previously mentioned factors in one place, once again reminding us that Bikini Bottom isn't the deepest part of the ocean, and some unique and scary places lie at the bottom of it.
Ah, home at last.
Don't worry, SpongeBob, I'm coming back for you.
I can provide you some more examples, like Tea at the Tree Dome, in which SpongeBob meets Sandy for the first time and she invites him to visit her place, not realizing he needs water to live.
I'm okay!
You know, you're the first sea critter to ever visit.
I can't imagine why!
I can name you some more examples like Texas or Ark, but there is no point in doing that. The entire season is closely tied to the fact that the show is going underwater, giving us unique emotions, experiences, and sometimes even knowledge.
Air is not good, Patrick! Air is not good!
You're just being shy.
None of the other seasons has this underwater vibe, and with each season, the show turned into a regular cartoon where water doesn't make any sense. Next, I want to talk about music. It was a peak of musical abundance, with some episodes having their own unique tracks. Music plays a significant role in the entire atmosphere, as each composition can provide happy or sad emotions for the same part of the episode. It was a peak of the show's Hawaiian atmosphere, providing a calm and relaxing feeling in most episodes.
Wow! Squidward, this is the best souffle you have ever created.
You won't find anything comparable to this in the modern SpongeBob. Of course, some of the Hawaiian aesthetics were saved in the second and third seasons, but the focus has slowly shifted away from a Hawaiian underwater show to just a regular cartoon we know today that doesn't have any connection to Hawaii or its vibe. It's really sad to say that, as many great compositions were abandoned after the third season, they were just substituted with music that has no soul or connection to the show. I mean, SpongeBob was always associated with the music from the first few seasons, and I can't imagine watching it without them. It perfectly complemented everything we saw on the screen of the first season because the show was really slow and simple, just like in my favorite episode, where SpongeBob and Patrick are playing outside and blowing bubbles.
Good morning to you, sir. Would you care to blow a bubble?
Oh, how much is it?
Only a quarter.
Sounds reasonable.
Another feature that makes it special for me is the drawing style. The colors aren't so bright and saturated, and the characters look a bit different from what we see in Season 2.
Excuse me, sir, but we are closed.
Don't give me any of that. How can you two possibly make all this noise just blowing bubbles?
Patrick, that's a pickle.
Yes.
You need a jar. No. No.
My favorite part of the old art style is the background, especially the sky, flowers and corals. We can see a huge dedication to them and more attention to the little details. This unsaturated art style and the whole atmosphere gives me some complicated emotions. It's not depressing, it's not sad, but for sure it provides melancholic emotions, some kind of loneliness, and toska, a Russian word that can't be translated into English, but perfectly describes the entire atmosphere.
The gang's all here.
When I look at the iconic Conch Street from Season 1, I feel great nostalgia, as some of my favorite episodes took place on this street. I like that the vast majority of the episodes took place here, near the houses of the main characters.
Hike, Patrick, hike! You just lost 3 points.
Season 1 didn't have lots of different locations, but it could create an interesting episode using only 1 or 2 places without adding lots of useless characters to the show. Everything was so logical and simple.
G7!
G7? Kick me! Kick me! I lose!
The show was minimalistic and I liked it a lot. The entire episode could be dedicated to blowing bubbles or sorrowing Squidward the unfriendly ghost. Producers didn't need to use many locations to engage young viewers, but instead gave them unique experiences in familiar places everyone liked.
I feel needy. Slaves, fetcheth me some nourishment.
Only the freshest, oh spooky one.
And even if some places were added to the show, they were great and iconic.
Bargain Mart, meeting all your spatula needs. Do 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 do. Spatula, spatula, port and starboard attachment.
Don't you find it interesting that a major part of the show's most popular episodes are from Season 1? You can literally build a channel around discussing only the first season of the show. Videos about SB129 gathered millions of views on YouTube, and many people still try to create new theories about the episodes that were uploaded over 25 years ago. Season 1 is about simplicity over complexity. A masterpiece is created by combining simple scenes, and Season 1 of SpongeBob's SquarePants did it perfectly.
Welcome home, Squidward!
Merry Christmas!
We're gonna make this your best day ever!
The plot of each episode is perfectly written while being as simple as 2 + 2. It doesn't tell you where to laugh or what scenes you should enjoy. This cartoon was built for audiences of different ages, and everyone could find their own scenes to enjoy or laugh at.
Winner! Yeah! High score!
Hey, Patrick, what game was that anyway?
I don't know, but let's see what this does.
It also raised some important philosophical questions in the episodes SB 1 to 9 and Texas.
Where's the time machine? Where is anything? Where?
This SpongeBob tried to teach kids good morality and gave some good life lessons in the episodes Ripped Pants and Muscle Bob Buff Pants.
Your song is true. If y'all want to be my friend, just be yourself.
In one of my previous videos, I suggested that we can describe each season of the show only by looking at Patrick and his character. Therefore, we should begin with his characteristics. Patrick from season 1 is a very complex character with lots of good traits. In the first episode of the show, we see him as a supportive friend of SpongeBob who doesn't let him go away from his dream of working at the Krusty Krabs.
Patrick!
Where do you think you're going?
I was just...
No, you're not. You're going to the Krusty Krab and get that job!
I don't think that modern Patrick can say something like that. In season 1, he acts like a real friend of SpongeBob and not just a buddy or pal with whom you can spend some free time.
And who's a big yellow cube with holes?
I am!
Who's ready?
I'm ready!
Who's ready?
I'm ready!
Who's ready?
I'm ready!
Of course, he doesn't act like that in every single episode, but that wasn't the only case of such an action.
That's just fancy talk. If you want to be fancy, hold your pinky up like this. The higher you hold it, the fancier you are.
Patrick also tried to help him to become friends with Sandy. SpongeBob couldn't understand his voice advice, but Patrick told him some good things.
How's that?
Higher.
Like that?
Now that's fancy. They should call you SpongeBob Fancy Pants.
I can also describe Patrick as a very calm character. Just look at this scene from episode Ark, where they play a treasure board game with Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob.
Rich! Look, Patrick! 8 gold doubloons!
All right, lads. Looks like you've shanghaied me. My turn. 5.
Patrick was literally a synonym of words like chill, Hakuna Matata, and coziness. There was no fast pace in his moments, just a chill and a bit stupid vibe, and nothing more than that.
I just met this girl. She wears a hat full of... air.
Do you mean she puts on airs?
I guess so.
Moreover, his stupidity wasn't the main trait of his character. Of course, it was a major part of his character, but it wasn't brought to the point of absurdity when it wasn't even funny.
How do you think we get inside?
We don't. We're just bring the... windows.
I opened it, SpongeBob! Come on!
Patrick was just a bit dumber than SpongeBob, sometimes creating memorable moments.
Hey, SpongeBob, what's this?
Hey! You got your toothpaste in my peanut butter!
Yet, it wasn't Patrick's peak in the case of humor. He is still a funny character in season 1, but jokes from season 2 and 3 are more hilarious. However, let me show you my favorite moments with him from the first season.
Okay, get in.
Are you crazy? I'm not getting in that thing.
But you said we could put you to rest.
I didn't say anything like that.
It's a giraffe!
Poor illness.
One watermelon fresh from the manure field. Your spookiness?
Oh, and of course, it was a season of Petron. Did somebody say jellyfishing?
Jellyfishing!
Somebody say jellyfishing?
Hi, Patron.
Well, that's probably all I wanted to say today. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Here are some other videos you can watch as well.